What is going on, everyone? Commodore last here, bringing to us my live reaction on Jujutsu Kaisen manga chapter 201. Now, the chapter is out. We are here today to sit down and read the latest installment of Akutama Gege's masterpiece. And I am looking forward to beginning the journey of the 200s officially right here. Because obviously last week, we finished off with the hundreds. We had saw the era that passed by before that with the double digits for the beginning of the series, but now we are in new waters, new territory, even though technically we are in the Culling Game and all that. But I'm expecting the 200s to be a madness. Absolute madness, man. And there's so much right now to process with everything that's going on after last chapter. The whole thing with, the Fallen storyline that's going on right now with Sukuna. Yuji, again, he's always been this way. If he wants to sacrifice his life, if it means dying, will protect others. On his Shiro Emiya gimmick, if you're a Fate fan and stuff, and you can see the correlations I always make when it comes to those two characters, I need my son to live, all right? I need my son to live. So I don't care what has to be said or done, but at the end of the story, he needs to survive. The Hana, Megami stuff, I did notice a little bits here and there, but didn't really comment too much because I was more invested in what was going on with Yuji, trying to play the charades, the Razor Ramon, the whole thing with Sukuna to Megami so you can get an idea what's going on. And then the stuff after with, the 807 plus invaders from possibly the States, China, from everywhere. And I do feel like the timeline stuff could have been handled a little bit better from Gege in regards to Kenjaku, meeting the people, seeing the footage and stuff, of course, especially of, the Sukuna from Cursed Child arc. Just little tiny things I felt could have been done a little bit better, but I got the gist of it, basically, of what was transpiring. And basically, Kenjaku was plotting this whole thing for quite some time. Even before the whole stuff with Shibuya, he was really like that was the plan that we knew for a while, but he had something greater and definitely has more than that to come. And I hope we get more Cyrus. Something tells me that this individual will fit perfectly in the Tokyo Ghoul world. I hope this is going to be another antagonist that, even if it's more of a political standpoint, is someone we get to see more of. But I am ready for this chapter because I know next week we are going on break. And I do hope that the fact that when we do come back from break, once most of these series in Jump, they've done their little anniversaries, Hunter x Hunter, coming back with the color pages and all that. When we do get back, we get the cover, we celebrate the milestone 200, and move forward afterwards. So let's get into this chapter. Let's see what awaits us. And we have direct negotiations number 2. So continuing on with this. All right. Here we go. And right away, we stay around with Kenjaku, Uryume, and that stuff. And then I'm assuming Cyrus there on the left side. And is that Fidel Castro? Is that the dude from Tokyo Ghoul? Or no, Chojin X I was about to say. Because I know there's a guy that has like the weird little face thing here, but it's only just from one side there. Oh, well, you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean, but you know what I mean. Jujutsu Sorcerers, a new energy source. America's decision. Oh, so this man, bro, he actually, yeah, because I see the American flag. This man is actually pulled up in the White House for negotiations. What a madman. Are you saying that we should kidnap Japanese civilians as samples for experiments using my authority? Yeah, so President Kaicho there. Even ignoring the country, maybe each person could generate enough energy to cover what they consume in a lifetime. If I'm not mistaken, too, this would have to be like a pre-Obama reign. Because if this is 2018, well, no. It has to be during it. Again, I'm not an American civilian and stuff, so I wouldn't be able to tell you when your presidents and stuff came into the mix and stuff, so you gotta allow me that. Even in the country, maybe each person could generate enough energy to cover what they consume in a lifetime. We're talking about self-sustaining energy. If this becomes reality, imagine how many problems we can solve. The difference between sorcerers and us, non-sorcerers, lies in the brain. I really like the depiction here for that, which is very frightening, especially the fact that we know Kenjaku right now using a brain, or like the host and stuff going on with Geto. The sheer uncharted mystery of the brain that remains unsolved, even with modern science and medical technology. And I don't know if that's still Cyrus, because the fact that we knew that he had the glasses and stuff on when we saw him. So unless he took it off, whatever, but I don't think that's supposed to be him. We need a lot of samples for experiments. And you see the... Oh, it is. So why did he take off the glasses? I mean, no, because he was weird before. Listen, I could be wrong. But I'm 1,000% sure when we did see him the first time around, he was wearing glasses. So I guess now he just said, you know what, we're not going to wear them. But I don't know if it's the same ones that Uruguay wear, but I'm not going to make a whole thing on that regardless. So you just don't want them, so you don't just want me to kidnap them. You want me to kidnap them for human experimentation. Cyrus, are you listening to yourself? We can't fall behind China and Russia on alternative energy. Oh, man. And we already know. You know what's very crazy? The fact that when we talked about the superpowers and stuff during the conversation with Tsukumo and then with Kenjaku at the end of Shibuya, when it depicted like the two, right, America and we assumed it was Middle East, I was very surprised that China wasn't technically in that equation, even though you could easily say Middle East to connect everything there. But usually for me, China is not really in that equation. But let's see, no, it's not just two countries. Saudi Arabia and the rest of the Middle East will want to continue protecting their control over energy rights. Germany, which has been pressing forward towards abandoning nuclear power. Countries with a high military power like India, France, Korea, Turkey. Wow. We are really going global, man. Mr. Worldwide is not a joke when it comes to Kenjaku. Like, he is really putting in the strings when it comes to working the inner workings, man. If India moves, Pakistan will follow. Don't you get it? This is a cascading problem. And then we see from Japan, there are so many countries that might be interested. If any of them make a move, then more countries will follow, just not to fall behind. Soon, it won't matter whether they're Jujutsu sorcerers. The whole world will start a hunt for the Japanese. This isn't kidnapping. This is protection. If we monopolize this information, we can act before any other country gets involved and protect Japan's Jujutsu sorcerers. This is mental. The fact that they're trying to cope in the fact that, like, to us, to me and you, this is a kidnapping. To them, they're trying to generalize into something completely else. But again, this is a depiction of how the world operates, unfortunately. That they're going to mask the truth, and you have to really go in and find the truth for yourself. Absolute madness, man. Yes, I also believe this is the most humane option. I hate Kenjaku, bro. You can't be smiling in my boy's body like that, man. This man is negotiating with the United States in secret, but depending on how this turns out, he might cooperate with other countries as well. I mean, you cannot trust Kenjaku. Put it this way. Yeah, you're going to be working with him and stuff and all that, but at the end of the day, you cannot trust this dude when it comes to what he's about to do. We already are, though. Yo, it was funny, man. It's just like, yo, does he know? Does he know? Jujutsu sorcerers are a minority of the population. In November, a great number of them will gather in one place. This opportunity won't happen twice. So the whole thing when Reggie was saying, you know, like, when the strongest will remain and then Kenjaku drops a bomb. So meaning that they're going to wait until the best of the best are available and then just go in and try and take him out. Or basically, you know, the kidnapping and everything. But characters like Megumi is going to want to slaughter these people. He's not going to give a damn about protecting the outside. They're going to come and try and take from their own people. And that's going to be a conflict that I'm very interested to see how Yuji's going to handle it too. People coming into his home, his territory and stuff to try and do that. We must increase surveillance on Japan towns. Mr. President, there are Japanese people in our country too. If this Suguru Geto guy negotiates with other countries, those people may become targets. We should at least protect our own citizens. Lieutenant General Gary. So this is the Fidel Castro guy, guys. In your opinion, how many people will we need for this plan? Yo, what? Bro, hold on. He's actually cleaner than I thought. Hold on. Because we only saw like the little thing from there. This man is like a mixture of like an evil Wario / like Big Boss. Like if Wario and Big Boss did like a fusion dance, that's basically what you get right here. And of course he gets a name like a Gary Johnson, bro. Of all the names you could have gave him, a Gary Johnson. Are you saying that the plan to kidnap these so-called Jujutsu sorcerers should be left to our army? Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC, Commander Lieutenant General of the United States Army, Gary K. Johnson. Like, I mean, he looks fire in terms of like the big boss feel right now that I'm getting, but the Gary Johnson, very, very basic name in my opinion. I mean, but then again, it's American. I can't fault that. Don't make it out so loud, Lieutenant General. Even I think it's disgusting. My apologies, but I'm a professional soldier. I need an explicit command, sir. Seems like that white-haired guy is abnormal even for a sorcerer. Right? Yes, just as you said, he's an abnormality. But in November, he will be sealed away and unable to act. Oh, gosh. We need him back. We need him back so badly, bro. The Rubik's Cube, the prison realm needs to go. Like, Hana, we don't listen. The Fallen can wait. I need Gojo back, man. At this point in time, we do need him. This is actually the point where we truly do need Gojo back to settle these things, because this is just way too chaotic for everyone to handle. In that case, a single company will be enough. And translation note, around 60 to about 200 soldiers. But then again, we saw the number, but then, okay, then at least we know 200 may just be of the states, and then the other countries adding in. So even if it goes up to, say, like the thousands, whatever it may be, it's all mixed from different countries that are coming in. But we'll be advancing from Yokota Air Base using its deployment schedule. Cyrus, is 5 dozen sorcerers enough for you? Yeah, sure. That's enough. They might have ESP or whatnot, but in the end, they're just untrained amateurs. They're no match for our army. Muscle and bullets. I mean, listen. CT is enough to stop that, in my honest opinion. But will they be given the reality check? Who knows? Nothing beats those. I mean, they probably still could be very much damaged and stuff when it comes to those things. I mean, we did see in like earlier fights and everything too of that happening, but this is a whole different realm to what you guys are normally used to. Yeah, I mostly agree with that. Even in battles between sorcerers, the deciding factor is ultimately the strength of the body. I've told you, right? This guy Gary. But you'll need at least 800 people, a full battalion. Oh my god. And that's what we saw the numbers. So no, it might have to be just the states alone. Oh my god. And I think the whole thing too is the fact that if they try to get... Oh, but if Sukuna comes out... But then Yuji said if Sukuna comes out, don't hesitate to kill me. But Yuta's all the way in Sendai. This is really going according to the plans of Kenjaku. If we're still learning checkers, that man has evolved to 7D chess. That's how he was raised. From wherever era he really came from, the Heian, before that, whatever, that man was out there plotting, learning the new texts. Just like the stereotypes, the Japanese are warrior wards and wimps. Is it because mommy never gave them a gun? That is messed up. You know what? He fits the profile of an American that's gone off the deep end in the military. I'll tell you that. That is very messed up there. Mommy never gave them a gun. Listen, he definitely was born in Texas. Definitely was born in Texas. Gary Johnson? Definitely born in Texas. Kanji is warrior words and wimps, but katakana reads as negative and shy. Then why don't you test it out? Like Urume took offense to that. Urume took offense to that. You see Gary shut up real quick. Wow. Okay. That's true. It so happens there are 2 sorcerers right here. Oh my god. Hold up with this. Bro, yo. Even if they're plotting with the world in check, don't disrespect Japan. Wow. I mean, fair enough. Again, they more so are deeply rooted and connected to the whole thing with Japan and stuff. But even then, it's like, wow, you do not disrespect them like that. Racismo does not exist when it comes to the vocabularies and dictionaries to Kenjaku and Urume. If someone's negotiating directly with the president, there's no way you'd only station the 15 soldiers just outside, right? And yeah, they're all checked out and stuff from the White House. Bro, this is actually mental. The fact that I mean, again, we know Japan, there's other countries and all that, but the fact that we actually incorporate the White House of places and stuff in here is mental. The Oval Office is currently guarded by the most elite Secret Service agents, the Counter Assault Team, CAT. 15 soldiers all equipped with bulletproof armor and rifles. They will get absolutely decimated. I'm sorry. Just like he said, that's not all. The CIA's Preliminary Division, the Special Activities Center, SAC. It's the world's greatest covert operations group. All members have 8 or more years of military experience and special ops training. That should have been my life, bro. No, because that's why. Because he's the director of national intelligence. That's funny. That's funny. Gary is really making a performance right now for himself. 30 SAC operatives split into 3 teams. Along with Secret Service, there are 45 elites stopping Suguru Ghetto's movements. Do they actually, bro? They don't. Oh, y'all think guns are the solution, but do you know what it is you are dealing with, man? He has no other choice but to make it from the Oval Office in the West Wing to the East Wing here. Gary's about to get smoked. I'm gonna have to be. Listen, the way he's going right now, he's about to get smoked. And Urume and Kenjaku are just taking no initiative to what's happening. You're just like, bro, like, these people are not serious. They are not serious. They are not ready for what's about to go down. Yawn. Guess it's time to start. Do you need help? I'm bored. No, it's fine. If one wants to leave an impression of what Jujutsu sorcerers are like, then Geto's technique is rather suitable. Oh my god. Oh, the fact that he has my son, bro. You know what? Nah, just flex. Just flex. Just do what you need to do, bro. Do what you need to do. And let's see, translation over here. Kanji is Geto, but Furigana reads below my. Oh, my. Yeah. Okay. This is why in the Viz, you will never see stuff like this. And this is probably why we're going to stick with the TCB. Because they don't provide things like this for people to know what exactly is going on. But yeah, my technique, but Geto's, like, that's really good. Non-combatants have been evacuated, so permission to open fire has been granted. You did that on your own? Wait, Master President, we will end this without you having to see their faces. Oh, actually, no. Bottom and top. So you did that on your own. My wife and I live here. Mr. President, we will end this without having to see their faces. The Japanese should stick to making cars and anime. If Gary survives this, there's going to have to be a trial for Gege. Plain and simple. And I'm not from there. But ain't no way you let a man named Gary Johnson disrespect you about making cars and anime, even though they do make some of the best cars in the world. Even though they do have some of the best anime ever created. You don't throw something like that. Don't say something like that. Now you're about to get smoked. You're finished. You're done. You're done. There's no way he's not done here. But Lieutenant General Gary, is that really necessary? Can we do it more humanly? No, Mr. President. What we are seeking is not victory, but overwhelming victory. You see like this huge muscle thing, which to designate the strength and stuff for America as a superpower, which I really do like something like that being thrown in there. This is America. And as he says that, one soldier gets bopped from outside and he does not know what's about to be in front of him. What's going on? And they are all rising in the air and are about... Oh my god! Yeah, the states are about to get wiped. They're about to get wiped. They're about to get wiped. They are about to get wiped. What the hell is this thing? Bro, it's like some big ass elephant Dagon. Dagon, we know, got taken out the paint. But he just went and formed a new one, basically, from the... This gotta be something from the legendary era, bro. This has to be Heian Tax. This has to be Heian Tax. This brother got like 4 arms, doing up prayer signs and everything. Nah, if there's... I have to say this, bro. Gege when it comes to character designs, but most importantly when it comes to design the monster, which is something I love when Dararan does as well with Tatsu, is the fact that when I see stuff like this right here, it tells me that an author knows how to design monstrosities, man. And right here, this thing looks absolutely crazy. It's just levitating all these people. I'm for sure they're getting like thrown to the floor, smashed up and stuff. Like, and just think, bro, look at it, man. Oh my god. Look, is he scared? Or is he no. That man put his glasses on. Gary! Like, this man's something else. He's like, what? Yeah, not a magnifying glass. No, he put the glasses on. And the dog tags, I assume they're from the military guys, are all dropping to the ground, signifying each one they're dead, maybe. Do you get it now, Mr. President? Oh my god, look at him, bro. Well then, let's wrap up this meeting. It's time to hunt Jujutsu sorcerers. No. Why we have to go on break with this one, man? And you see right after, talking about Hana, Megumi, and Yuji all on the move. So when we come back, it's going to be an absolute war between Japan against the world. I'm not even just going to say Japan versus America, even though that should be the main storyline here, because we also have China and all that. But this is Japan versus the world. Thus, just what has been released in the colony. Yeah. And this art, listen, shout out to Kusuno Kitard for this art right here of the beast that I'm seeing right here, man. It absolutely looks insane in color. Oh my god. I can't wait for that thing to be animated. But listen, guys. Oh, this chapter, dude. Like, we're really getting a world war. Or another invasion, even though we shouldn't joke about it, but like an invasion is actually going down with the world getting involved. Like, when you think of the Culling Game, and you think of how crazy it can get, and Gege does something like this, right? This arc is something else. Like, in terms of chaos alone, I think it's already at the level of Shibuya, if not slightly surpassing it. Very minuscule margins, but it's doing that right now. Because with Shibuya, granted, it was in the vicinity. All that was never the same because it laid the groundwork for what we're seeing right now before us. But now that you've involved the world, how does right now not feel more chaotic than what we got in Shibuya? And we are still, and I know I say this a lot, but we are still early into this arc. I don't even want to say this is the middle portions just yet. Even though it could be very much, right, for the sake of pacing. But this is nuts. Like, man. And the fact that right here now, and I'm assuming more unlikely, because even though it looks like Kenjaku now, because they made that demonstration right here and now, the president was just like, you know what, man, the guy's the truth. Like, Gary Johnson, you said what you said, but we have to roll with Mr. Kenjaku and what he just did. So it's looking like more than likely very much a mix of, I would say the 800 plus that are coming in right now are more so like the military of the States and probably the other guys as well from different countries. But it wouldn't surprise me too if we see a higher rise in curses and stuff just jumping in here, you know, in terms of the monsters and all that. The oddities and everything. But this is going to be insane. Like, they're going to have no choice but to kill. And my thing with Yuji is that, let's say he pops into his Sukuna attacks. Let's say Sukuna says, I need to do this because I know you won't do it. Hana would have to go and fight him. And that's something that would benefit Kenjaku. Because we know if Sukuna gets those 20 fingers, it's basically like, we always talk about the conversation, who's stronger between a fully realized Gojo versus a fully realized Sukuna, like in his time. You know, when it comes to like X factors, that's an X factor that Kenjaku does not want. And if Sukuna's out there to lay waste and cause even more trouble, not just for our side, but for him too, that's something he wouldn't want. Now, But then I don't know, man, because it's like, I feel like there has to be more stuff that's going to be happening here, where it's just simply, oh, we're just going to go and take out people and all that. I really don't know what to expect after we come back from break. Aside from the fact that we're going to have to fight a bunch of Americans, the Chinese, like whole different countries, ethics, all that stuff. But this arc is a madness. This arc is truly something else. And the fact that we've yet to even reach the peaks. We don't even know if the peaks, we don't even know if we're near the mountains to get to where we need to afterwards. I don't even know if we're that close yet. But even though we may not be there yet, what we're seeing right now on the trail towards that mountaintop has been nothing less than sensational. And this arc, man, has really, really proven its worth so far. And the best is yet to come. So, guys, this was an awesome chapter. Even though it was more the conversations and stuff with Kenjaku, with Cyrus, the president, Gary Johnson, with Yume, all that stuff there. Last of the groundwork that was needed before when we come back from break, it's going to be hell on earth, right? Hell will about to truly take over Japan, and specifically the Tokyo colony. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below regarding this week's chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen. How are we feeling about things right now in the Culling Game? Do you believe what I'm saying here when it comes to the chaos factor? Has the Culling Game surpassed that right now when it comes to Shibuya? Has it done enough for you for that? And if it hasn't, what needs to be done for it to reach it? I'm not saying Culling Game over Shibuya. I'm not saying that. But in terms of the danger factor, in terms of how messed up things have gotten, right now, I feel like it's starting to eclipse what we've seen already in Shibuya. But if you feel any other way, you let me know down in the comments. Any clarifications, any inputs, anything you felt was interesting about the chapter that you want to leave your thoughts down in the comments below, please feel free to do so. Like the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here. If you want to be part of the weekly experience when it comes to my coverage of Jujutsu Kaisen week in and week out, there is no better time than right now. Subscribe if you have not already. Click on the bell Shandora to stay up to date with everything goes on the channel. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys when we come back from break. I may try to work out some stuff, in terms of a discussion video, but if not, maybe use that time to heal, prepare, rest. Because when we do come back, we're going to need as much healing as possible because the damage is going to be coming soon. And the damage starts with a K, and it's Kenjaku. Commodore last signing off. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care. Going crazy, yeah, we going